All right, college students are going the distance to raise awareness for Alzheimer's.
So Dina Kupfer is live in Davis with some students who are preparing for a very special ride this morning. Hi, Dina.
That's right. Yes, it's the Western Kentucky University. 11 riders are part of the peloton, and you're seeing them get ready behind me. They're actually about to embark on the next leg of their very long journey, 3,600 miles from coast to coast. And we have Kellen Patterson with us to talk more about this ride for Alzheimer's. So first of all, I love what you're doing. Where did you start? Where are you at in the journey? And where are you headed today?
So we started in San Francisco about 3 days ago. This is day 3. So we're very early in the journey so far. We got about a 45-mile ride today up to Folsom. So yeah, We're very early so far.
And you got to ride over the Golden Gate Bridge. That's iconic. For many of you, your first stop in California. What'd you think?
The Golden Gate Bridge was amazing. It's absolutely a marvel of human engineering. It's huge, way bigger than I imagined. It was super cool. I think all the guys loved it. Yeah,
for sure. And so now you're headed to Folsom. You can actually follow these guys at Bike for Alls online on Instagram. And I said you're going to Folsom, so that means you get to maybe have a few hours to enjoy the space and the area. Accepting some ideas on Instagram, I can imagine.
Absolutely. Yeah, DM us if you got any ideas about where we should check out in Folsom, and we'll definitely tune into that.
Okay, good. All right. So next, though, they are going to take on the Sierra. You guys are headed up to Kirkwood, then to Carson City. That's going to be a tough ride for many of you. I mean, this is probably the longest ride of your lives, 3,600 miles. How do you even prepare for something like that?
So we did a lot of group rides together, a lot of individual training. We all got put together as a team in late October, so it's been, months of preparation. Yeah. So far, we've raised about $62,000 for Alzheimer's research. So we've been working really hard and prepared a lot for this trip.
Yeah, because that really is the point of this. It's all for the cause. Why is this something that is so important for you to be a part of? I know this has been a long time running, that there have been many groups of cyclists who have done this before you. Absolutely,
yeah. For me, I kind of started out, my great aunt, she was diagnosed with CAA, which is a form of dementia, and seeing what that's done, to her, and that's part of my family has been really what's driving me on. And more recently, unfortunately, my grandma, who I am pretty close with, was diagnosed with moderate Alzheimer's. So it's really close to my heart, close to the hearts of a lot of the guys here. And, that's what's going to keep us going at the end of the day, is those family connections and the connections that, our brothers also have, and seeing those is, that's what drives us.
Yeah, it's amazing that you are now taking that. I'm so sorry for what your family's going through, but then turning it into action, right? And trying to raise awareness along the way. So you have 3,600 miles. You're going to end up on the other side of the country. Tell me how many days you'll be riding, and do you get any breaks in between?
Yeah, so it's a 72-day journey, but that's only 55 days of riding. The rest of it is all kind of just fundraising days and off days to get rest. The bigger cities, like in Kentucky where we're from, we definitely hit pretty hard to make sure that, we gain as much awareness and as much money as we can for this cause. It's all going to research, and that's what our mission is.
All right. Hope to raise about $150,000. So we're going to make sure all of your info is linked up to our website, gooddaysacramento.com. But California, give these guys a warm welcome. And if you see them going through Folsom today, cheer them on, hop online, donate to the cause if you can. And best of luck to all of you. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll send it right back to break now, and we'll have much more on the other side. From Good Day Sacramento, way to go, Bike for Alls.
How about doing some good now? A group of students are biking thousands of miles to raise awareness for Alzheimer's and dementia research.
Yeah, Dina Kupfer is meeting some of those students as they prepare to ride from coast to coast. Hi, Dina.
Good morning from Davis. Well, you are going to see behind me Western Kentucky University. These cyclists are going 3,600 miles coast to coast, all for a great cause. They are biking for Alzheimer's awareness and research. And Kellen Patterson, you are one of the 11 in this peloton. Let's just first talk about what you are doing, where you started the journey. We'll come over here. There's some cars coming. And then also where you're planning on ending and when.
All right, so yeah, we started in San Francisco, California, not too far away from here. This is only day 3, so we're very much at the early stages of this journey. It's a 72-day trip, 55 days of riding. The rest are kind of just off days, recovery days, fundraising days for us, and we're ending in Virginia Beach, so it's a long trip.
Yeah, it sure is. And so we see the group of guys behind you. For many of you, is this the longest ride you'll be on? How do you prepare your bodies? How do you get ready to even just going from place to place, different time zones as well as you travel across country?
Yeah, so first step was just driving out here. That was pretty hard, about a 52-hour drive all in all. In terms of preparing ourselves, we kind of just trained individually and also did a lot of group rides together just to kind of get in flow. But yeah, this is definitely the longest ride that any of us have ever done by far. Even myself, I've been cycling for a few years, but nothing like this.
Yeah, and of course, the cause of all of this, the reason that is going to keep the pedal to the metal these next couple of weeks for you is Alzheimer's awareness and research. So talk about how people can support, where the money will go back to.
Absolutely. So the money that we're raising is all going to Sanders Brown Center on Aging, which is a really, really top of the line research lab in Kentucky where we're from. And then the rest is going to the Alzheimer's Association, which is, the largest Alzheimer's research group that we have in the country. So it's all going to a great place.
All right, I know you're about to hit the road now. So where are you headed today, and how can people follow you all on social media?
We're headed to Folsom, California, and we're going to be camping out there tonight. You can follow us on Bike for Alls on Instagram or Facebook. If you want to donate, you can go to bikeforalls.org and should be able to do that there.
All right, I know you have a lot of prep work to do. They got to get going. We don't want to hold you up. Go ahead and get back over to the group, and we're going to make sure we have all their details linked up to our website, Good Day Sacramento. It is Bike for Alls if you want to follow their journey and maybe make a suggestion on where they should go today while they're in Folsom. Back to you.
It's a perfect day for a bike ride, too.
It is. Thank you, Dina.